Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you a new layout for a reading pertaining to the moon. Again, my intros keep changing as I do the signs. If you listen to each one, you'll hear a different intro. That's what new things bring, difference. Cancer. This is a reading for you in particular, about the person that you're dealing with, whether it is a friend or a relative or your significant other, lover, partner, husband, wife. You place yourself with the situation, and then the next person and how you're dealing with it, the situation between you, and how they're dealing with the situation between you. It's a 9-card spread. Now, the moon is in Scorpio. Today is the 29th of February when I'm doing this reading. So if you have a Cancer moon, then you will be affected even stronger than if you were a rising or sun sign. Not to say that if you're rising or sun or Jupiter, Mars, wherever you have Cancer that is really strongest in your chart, you will be affected. But again, this is about the moon and how it affects you. So the Scorpio moon is in that you are seeking out and looking deep within and changing and going through change and how you feel. Maybe you're changing the way you feel about certain people and you're thinking about others in a particular way. And this is that type of a reading. It'll help you to get your head around whatever it is that you're going through with that particular person that's on your mind. And the strength of the moon, being that it is in Scorpio, changes is apparent here. We have cards that are asking me to look at them. So we have the 8 of Pentacles and that Knave of Wands with our 2 of Swords and the Hermit. Again, going in or coming out of. Going in and thinking about what you need to say or what the next person has said to you that's making you go inward and thinking about what you need to say. There's work that you're doing in going within for that new idea that you're working on or that you want to work on with the person that you may be thinking about. Again, it is how you're dealing with a situation. I thank you for your subscribes, your likes, your shares, and most of all for showing up. Cancer, this is a reading for you. Whether you are moon sign or sun sign, here we have that 6 of Cups for that memory of love. Maybe you're thinking about someone that you do love and how they are feeling about you. At the bottom of the deck, we still have that 2 of Swords and what just opened up again with the Hermit. Here we have our Strength cards. So miracles are at hand here. Maybe you're thinking that you can't come back with this other person, that the love is gone. But then the Strength card says otherwise, that the courage is there to be had. The courage is being given by spirits to move forward in love and remember the love and come back to the love. What kind of love? Whether it's unconditional love or it is romantic love, that is up to you to decide. But we have an offer. We have an apology. We have an offer for love. We have the focus on marriage. It came right out, the word marriage. This is for love. Commitment here. Wanting to go in, to have that stability, have a home even. Unconditional love for some. You have to remember yourself first before you can go off and make an offer. The focus is on building up and recognizing that love within you. Maybe you're focused on work and the work that you love to do and you want to move forward, make a proposal for the work, to have a new job. You're vying for a new position and you have to work on how you feel about what it is you're focused on. We have that new idea, that determination, I'm going to say anxiety. I doubt it's anxiety, but the work, there's a lot of work involved. So maybe Maybe there was anxiety where you were working or what you were working on. And now you're finding that you need to think a little more about yourself and you're pulling away and going within. Maybe you're looking for a new job. Maybe it's because of the people that you work with that you're being pushed forward. Again, I keep having to pull these cards. We have commitment. We have moving on, wanting to have an offer, going off into peace, moving on to peaceful commitment, wanting to place an offer, or even have an apology or give an apology, to make peace and then have a commitment come because of that. Seems to be love, very loving. Again, that's Cancer, right? Open to love. Maybe you're helping someone to see their own love. Wow, what's this? 10 of Swords, 3 of Cups, commitment. Again, apology for betrayals that have taken place. Changing the life, changing your life, changing the direction of changing plans. Everything is changing all of a sudden. The truth is coming out about love. And what kind of love is really up to you to decide. It's a 9-card spread that I'm using here. It says to deal with the next person and how they're dealing with you in the situation that you have come into with them, or what you're thinking about, or what they're thinking about, and how they feel. It's mostly about what you feel when it comes down to the moon. All right, let's see. Enough shuffling. Let's cut. Do the spread for Cancer. Let's keep getting messages. So the first card is the situation between you. The second card is how you are handling or dealing with the situation. And the third card is how the next person is handling or dealing with the situation between you. The fourth card is the advice from Spirit, and how you are handling it is the fifth. And the sixth card is how the next person is feeling or handling or dealing with, however they feel and you feel, according to the advice that Spirit gives. And the seventh card is the outcome, where this is all going to end up. And the eighth card is how you react or how you're dealing with that. The ninth card is the next person. We have the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. So this is the overall here on dealing with the situation. We see that there's a lot of work going on, working on stepping up and standing up, going to the higher ground even, or pushing away, or pushing back, fighting back, determined to protect what is yours, what you've worked on. For some. For others, it could be that they're trying to hold on to what is theirs, what they believe in, what they've done, what they've gone through. They've come through with that integrity, or they're trying to get back to integrity. They're working on it. We have that Knave of Wands here. So this brings in the 8, where communication is what is looked into or being looked into, and working on what is to be said. Here, oh, there you go. We have that Hierophant and the 7 of Pentacles. So definitely communication is difficult between you, because someone needs to speak up and have that confirmation of what went on and where it has taken them to higher levels of understanding. They want to, or they're struggling with recognizing that, or being able to express that they have come to a higher level of understanding. Or they want to talk about marriage, and they're having difficulty with that. They're looking into how to approach you in that sense. If they want to be in that, on that level with you. See, it's difficult. They're feeling that they have big shoes to fill, or they, because of where you've been, what you've gone through. They're thinking that it's difficult. It's very difficult. a slow process, but they're looking at what they've done in the past as much as you are looking at what you've done and what you've gone through. So you've raised the bar, in other words, for the next person to come and meet you, and you're hoping that they will, because you're waiting patiently, if not them, if it's vice versa. Again, there's that communication, wanting to move forward and have that. Talk about the disappointment, because they're driven. They're very driven. They're being guided more than anything by spirit to pay attention to what has gone on in the past and what they've put their efforts into. See, the work here went from 7 to 8, but between the 7 and the 8, we have that Hierophant and the Knave. So wanting a new start, having understood the lesson, having learned what that disappointment brought for both of you. They've learned something, or you've learned. Both of you have learned, regardless. Both of you have learned, and now this relationship wants to go to a higher level, in the sense where you're both thinking that you want to start and you want to talk on both sides. We have 8, and then we have 8, and then of course this 8 here, so double 8. So the portals are opening up. Again, Cancer, you're opening up for love. If it is that you have allowed yourself to feel that you can open up for love, then that is the energy that you are sharing or projecting toward the next person, and they must be picking it up too, because they are still connected with you. But the difficulty in communicating is where you need to come on common ground. So let's see what the situation is between you. Oh, look at that. You're in a stalemate. That is why it's difficult to have the communication, because nobody is talking to anybody. And this stalemate between you is, there can't be. Something has to be given up. Something has to be sacrificed, in other words, where on both sides. That is the situation. Somebody has to give up something. Let's see, I have a cup of tea going on here. And let's see how you are handling this situation. Oh boy, you're in the dark. You're in that state of, either you are thinking a lot about what happened and you're not talking about it, or you know everything and you're not talking about it. Either way, it is hidden. Cancer, this is where you come in, Here it shows like a lobster, but we know that it is a crab on other decks too. Here we see the lobster, but you are the crab. And again, in ancient times, Cancer was represented by a lobster. So this is more of a prehistoric. It's going even further back, because the crab is more of a revolutionary sign. Here we see the wolves. They're both calling out, wanting to speak, and that howling at the moon is telling all to the moon. It's very painful what you're holding in, and you're holding on to the secrets. Maybe it is a secret love that you have and you're not sharing. You're not sharing that information. Or you're just keeping secrets, and you're causing that stalemate between the two of you, because you don't want to tell your secrets. You want to keep the secrets. And this is where you sacrifice and you give it up. You say, okay, well, if I won't keep this. I won't tell. I just won't tell. And in that, there is perspective that will change, because you see, this is high arcana. Again, this is led by spirit. Spirit is guiding everything here. Spirit says, no, you're not supposed to see. Or spirit says, this is all secrets on your side. What is being hidden is meant to be hidden. It's not ready to be shown yet. Cancer. Are you going through the dark side? Are you walking through? the phase of change and recognizing that you need to change something in your life, particularly the way you think, the way you see life in itself, the relationship between you and the next person, perhaps. You're growing and changing, because that's what this is. When you go through the shadow of the moon, it is change. It is slow, but it is intense, and we are in the Scorpio moon. So the intensity of this change is very dramatic. It's very dramatic. And how is the next person? The next person wants to move on and have peace. See, they want to move away from this. Their perspective is changed to the point where they want to move on. They want to move away from the secrecy. They don't want to have secrets anymore. Or they're keeping the secrets with you and they're moving on into finding peace with the secrets. Again, it is to find integrity. The overall here is to build up the integrity, to push back, take the higher ground and leave a situation. Because nothing can come from it until Spirit says, okay, now you can move. But they're thinking about making peace. You are thinking about holding secrets. This is where Cancer will lie here. The next person is here. Is your secret making them want to leave, Cancer? To move on? They're thinking about it. It's a thought process with the Six of Swords. They're thinking that they want peace of mind. There is confusion here. Whether it is you that is confused or you are keeping the secrets that they are wanting to make peace with. Change of the perspective is a situation. Getting enlightened, growing intellectually, growing spiritually even. Because this is very spiritual, this card. Intuitive too, where the intuition now is shifting and growing and changing and making you change the way you see them. You're seeing them in a different light. And you're probably seeing them wanting to have peace, to make peace. Take it as it resonates. Either way, you're changing, and because of your change, they will find peace. Maybe it is you that is triggering them to have the peace of mind because you are going through certain changes. And because you are going through certain changes, the perspective of your relationship between you is going to change. Let's see what the advice is from Spirit. Again, more change. This is beautiful because we are in the Scorpio moon. Don't forget, we come back here. There's a lot of work going on here for a new start. There's a lot of information here. Deep secrets. This is deep knowledge, spiritual knowledge too. So it's an understanding of the knowledge, understanding of spirituality, understanding that things are out of our control. That is the first layer of this hangman here, where we come to understand that what we do is really insignificant. At the end of the day, it is what we are guided to do that makes all the sense. Because here again, these are two higher arcana. We are out of control. Spirit has decided to put a stalemate on the relationship so that one of you can have peace and the other one can go and understand and go through that passage of knowledge and understanding, so that change, and not just change but growth, evolution in itself, growing up, in other words, becoming that authentic person, coming back to the integrity that you were born to have on both sides. Very deep, this reading, but then that will be what the water signs will bring. And how you are dealing with that advice for change and growth, well, you're struggling with it, but that's normal, because anything that brings in with the moon is very elusive, because we're not sure. We have to, the shadows, they fluctuate, And if we think of fearful things, then we will see the fear. If we think of happy things, then we will see the joy. If we think of anger, then we will see the frustration. And here we have a little mix of all of that. Fear, frustration, anger. It's a deliberation within. Again, the 5, it's a change. We're going through the growing pains of change. And this is how you're dealing with it. You're struggling. And that is okay, because that is how integrity is created and brought back into balance, you see? Must struggle a little bit. If it doesn't hurt, then it's not real. That is where authenticity comes in. If you don't have that pounding of your heart because you are afraid of what is around the corner, then you're not really living now, are you? And that is what this brings. You are learning, you are growing, you are changing, whether you want it or not. Spirit has put you in a position where you must. That is where this is. You must. And because you must see a different perspective, change will come. And you will grow a little more. And you will have a little more of a foundation to stand on. This is where the integrity comes in. Cancer. You are growing and you are changing because of the next person. It's funny because in the Scorpio reading, it was the contrary. It was the next person is growing and learning and changing because of Scorpio. Whereas you, Cancer, are taking on that growing and changing mode from the next person that have dealt with or still dealing with. You could still be, but you're not on speaking terms at this point. Everything has gone quiet between you, which is what is giving you that time to grow a little more. And how is it that they are dealing with this? They're changing. They're growing and changing and moving. This is action here. Again, it is a 7. They are growing in a spiritual plane, whereas you are growing on this plane. They have elevated because they have the will. See, the will for peace. They're calling in the will for peace. They're calling in that peace. They're willing the changes that are happening. They're willing it to come to them because they have decided things need to change. This is why they want to move on to peace. They want to go where the peace is. Stand in the integrity. So they are teaching you, Cancer, which is good. Because you need to grow. You need to. This is why Spirit started it off in the first place. And is still here, giving you that huge change. This is life-changing going on here. Struggling with it. You're fighting against it. But you will come to surrender yourself in the end because you have no choice. Spirit is not going to allow you to continue until you grow. Spirit will never give us what we cannot handle. You must think that way. Whatever comes into your life, heavy and hard as it may be, you can handle it. And you do. You come through. As dark as the corridors may be, there is light at the end. And your courage to walk through that struggling that you have going on here, that is where you build your foundation for integrity. And you will creep your way through, holding on to what you believe will change. What you believe will change because you are walking through the dark side of the moon. And how is this going to end? There it is. An apology will come. An offer will come. But with a little fear. But that is normal because you can't just walk through the shadow of the moon and come out brave. It takes a little time. You have to change. You have to grow. But then there will be an apology, or there will be an offer, a proposal of some form. Whether it is for love or for friendship or making amends, because peace is what this person wants. And this is an offer for love. This night. Even though he's unsure, but again, with integrity, there will be more more of a certainty coming behind this. But the experience is there. And again, the shadow of the moon is bringing this into play. And how are you going to handle this? Oh, you're going to go around and around again. Kind of stuck there. Eh? You're not sure you want that. You have to change perspective. And Spirit is saying one way or another you will. And it is most likely because of this apology that you're bent, or the proposal, you're bent on it. You want it. And at the same time, you're not sure what to do with it, because you're going around with, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? Maybe you're the one who wants to make that proposal and you're afraid to do so because you don't know how it will be received. So let's see, how is this person going to receive this offer? Well, they're going to be very, very strong in their position. It is the Emperor, eh? You going toward the Emperor is how it will be. Because the Emperor sits and he waits. So he's waiting for your apology. Cancer. Let us see with some cards if you are brave enough to go through with this. Because it seems that you could. Eh? Again, could. This is tarot. You're not obliged unless Spirit forces your hand. Let's see, what does the Six of Swords represent? That sense of, I'm not worthy. I want to make peace, but I'm not worthy. Or it could be in the reverse, where they find the integrity, which is at the bottom of the deck here. They find that integrity and they say, okay, now I have what I want. I'm strong enough. I've seen my error of my ways, and I'm going to humble myself, and I'm going to go off. I'm going to apologize. I want to be with this person. If it is that they want to come back, but it doesn't seem like they're coming back to you. They want to move on because they felt like they didn't belong, or they feel as if they don't belong. Maybe that's what you're struggling with. You're confused as to why they don't want to be with you. They're looking for peace. They want to get away from the confusion that you may be in. They have changed their perspective and they see that they need to move on. Again, it's the moving on. Moving away from confusion is where this person is. They want stability. They want to go where they have that love and that they are accepted. Again, it's a 14 coming here. We have a 10 and then we have another 10. So they have decided, or they're thinking about it, if it isn't a full decision yet, but they are willing to move, and they are standing their ground. I think it is because they feel that you are not ready for them. Perspective is changing. Again, it will shift with the moon phases. Come full moon, things will turn around again. Come to fruition even. We have a double 10. It seems that they want to end. They want to go off. They want to put down the burden and have that peace and happiness. They want their 10 cups. They're thinking that marriage is a burden, or it was a burden, and they need to leave because they're not feeling like they could have that, what they thought they were getting. They're feeling like they were cheated. They were cheated out of a marriage. And they want to be done with the burden of dealing with confusion, and they want to go off and get their happiness. Cancer, they are determined. Looks like they want to leave. And they have everything that they need, that they can bring in their own happiness. They're feeling like they have to, because they're really determined to have peace of mind. This is for peace of mind, and they're looking at what their happiness really means to them and how they're going to get it with that Magician card showing up there. Cancer, are you confused by this person that you're dealing with? Do they have you in the dark? Are you struggling to understand what has happened and what has taken place between you? Why things have come to a stop, a standstill, all of a sudden? Everything was going fine, and then Spirit said, no more. This has to stop. Things need to change. It's either an offer or an apology needs to happen here. Let's see what this, you take it as it resonates, huh? What does this Chariot represent? Because this person is moving full force. Huh? They're determined to go. They're not giving up. Okay, we have a double here. So we have, see, we have the Magician. We have the Magician that came back. And then we have the Tower. So let's see what these cards, we're going to take these cards. Ah, there it is. There it is. Third person. Again with the 10, comes into a 10. Healing. Putting down the burden of a third party. Making that judgment call. Bringing down the Tower. And doing it. Oh boy. Doing it because they want their freedom. They're not willing to come back. They want to leave. Cancer. It is either they want to change their life and not have that player mode. They want their satisfaction. Maybe this is a reverse card where they're saying they're not satisfied with this player life. They want to change because the 10 of Cups is what they want. Here they're at the 9. Can't take all these cards. And they were dissatisfied. You see, what they thought was coming to be satisfaction turned out to not be. Now they have to change. They have come to understand that they have everything that they could possibly want. They want to make new changes. They want to heal. They want to, All right. This can go in a lot of directions, okay? Your situation, for some of you, it is they want a second chance with their queen, or they want to heal whatever took place with a third party and put that to an end, close off with the third party, get a second chance, and have a new beginning. The player mode is it's not giving them what they really want. They thought that it was satisfying them, but then they realize it's not. Again, change, destiny. See, this is where the Death card is really showing that they want something different. They don't want what they had. What they had was the player life. What they had was in secrecy and confusion with you over another. They don't want that anymore. They want to end that because this queen here with this 9 becomes a 10. And that 10 in itself is a burden. And this third party seems to be a burden. Having a second go around with a third party is not in their cards. They don't want that. That is what is changing. They don't want to do that anymore. Maybe that was the plan and now the plan is changed. They don't want, either way, they don't want this. They don't want this third party situation. They're bringing the Tower down. All right. Cancer. This is your deliberation with them. To have a third party situation go on? Or are you struggling with a third party that they have going on? And you don't want that. So they want to end it so that things will turn around again. But here you seem to be stuck. You're stuck in that deliberation. Maybe you still want to have a third party situation. You're in secrecy here. You're keeping your secrets. You're not letting out your secrets. And this is why Spirit is saying, no. This person needs to have peace of mind. They need to go off and have a happy marriage. because they cannot tolerate, they cannot handle, they've done their duty, and karmic justice has shown them the error of their way. They need to get away from, because it seems to be they want to go in a whole different direction than clandestine relationship. The tower is coming down on the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Wands here, because there's no trust. And a second chance with a queen that they can't trust is only going to bring down the tower. They need to stand in their integrity, and this is what they're seeing is what they need to dissolve. And the Magician card is where they recognize that they have to do it. That work is with that Magician, that they need to do the work to bring back their integrity. Crash this whole business of third parties, arguments, this dysfunction here, this mental turmoil that you may be in is probably where they are affected, and they don't trust because of your secrets. Cancer. What's going on? Only you know that. Only you know. But it is a situation where there is a third party because of this queen. And even if it is not a third party, it is a queen they cannot trust. They don't feel that there is trust there. They don't feel that they can heal and have a second chance with this queen. What is this Emperor representing? Again, the healing card, the 14. They want to heal that lie and deceit that has been happening. They want a victory. Again, with the mind games. And they're going off on their own. They want to heal and they're holding back. Okay, it's enough. It's too many cards. All right, I'm going to take an oracle after this. Let's see. So the healing. You see, patience. He's being patient. He's waiting to see if an apology will come. And there doesn't seem to be one, because you are stuck. You are bent. You are not shifting. You're going around and around. You're deliberating. You're keeping secrets. You're going through that cycle. And you're meant to. You're meant to, because until you can understand and change your perspective, there will be no apology. There will be no proposal. This is what they are looking at. They want to heal. They want to reconcile and make, overcome, in other words, that treachery that has taken place. Plans, plotting and scheming and all that. They want to get past that. And they want to overcome it. Again, there's mind games going on here. They're being victorious because they're calling out the mind games. This is why they're standing in their position of authority. You see? They rather be alone and heal. And they're holding back. Again, 6 here. They want to bring in balance. They want to go off. And they want to go off and be alone, away from the mind games. They're deliberating what is the best thing to do. Again, the Emperor. The Emperor is not going to reach out. The Emperor is waiting for somebody to come to them. And if you don't go to them, Cancer, then they are not going to come to you. I'll just leave it there. That is up to you to decide. Somebody needs to stand in their integrity. And it looks like they are teaching you that, or you are struggling to get to talk to them. You're having that mental battle here on what you should do. And the advice here is to change. Get into that integrity. Find it. Go within. Take that time. Go into the dark. You need that. And that's where you are, which is where Spirit has put you. And it is a good place to be, yeah? You need to face your fears. You need to see that you have that ability to get through. You're struggling with it. You're supposed to. It is how you grow. And in the end of the day, if it is not with this person, it will be with someone else. And you will have that relationship that you think you want. But for now, you need to grow a little bit. You need some time to settle your mind, because you're going around and around. You're thinking things out. Okay, that's okay. They're holding out. They're holding back. They're not gonna reach out to you. They want you to come to them, because that is the Emperor. He waits. People come to him. He doesn't go to anybody. He receives the people who need something from him. He waits for them to come to him. This is why this person that you're dealing with is bringing down that tower and saying no to third-party situation, not having it, not wanting it. And they will hold off until you come to them. It's up to you to take that step. Are you able to? Maybe you need time. But it's okay, because it's meant to be the way it's meant to be. This is where we really have to accept that we don't have any control over our destiny that is laid out for us. We have simply to walk the path, and you're doing it. See the consolation in that you are going to go through, and you will get through. What is the oracle message for this reading for Cancer? The Scorpio moon. The Scorpio moon reading for Cancer. Facing your fears, Cancer. That's what you need to do. That's what this moon will teach you. I thank you, Spirit. There, they are poised. Yes, soulmates. You are soulmates here. And this is where they are teaching you, because they are poised. They have come through. They have come to understand change. They have learned, so they have to pass on. And them not reaching out to you is the lesson that you have to learn, that you need to reach forward. Maybe you're used to having everything come to you. Now it's time for you to reach out and give. We had poise with Scorpio. It's funny, like I just said, Scorpio teaching. Scorpio was learning. Oh, actually, I'm mixing it up now. But if you listen to Scorpio, you'll see what I mean. It's the mirror reflection off of your reading, where this is the side that was learning. Now this is the side that is teaching. You see, from Scorpio, it was this side is learning, and then your reading, this side is the learning side. Let's see, and then there's soulmates, and the truth is to be told. Being flexible. Again, this is where you need to come out and speak your truth, because you're keeping secrets. Be careful what you pray for is what this card, this exchanging of gifts. Okay, it could be for karmic sense too. Again, the flexibility, being able to maneuver. Truth be told. You need to come out and come away from secrecy. You need to come and tell all. Soulmates. Okay, so we're going to look at poised from, it is on their side. So the poise, I did read the protection from the Scorpio. I remember doing it like that. Let me see, 48. Let's see what 47 would be, because that is where we were, or you would have been. If you would have been at 47. Going the distance. Endurance, strength, the long haul, doing all the work, you see, to now be in a poised position. Again, this is where they are, because I say this side is the first card. That's what I did with Scorpio. It's funny, they had the same thing. Scorpio had the same thing. All right, let's see. I did read the protection on that, and I will read it again in this one, because it is calling for me to read the protection. You're not ready to move forward at this time. And that has to be okay. Hold on, this doesn't sound like I read this. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not, I think it was in a relationship I read that. Okay. It was in the relationship that I read for Scorpio. So here for you, Cancer, well, for the next person, they are poised. They are poised because it shows they're ready. They're ready to move off and have peace. They're ready to end a third-party situation and have a happy marriage and put down the burden, because they want to be in a higher level of understanding, a higher level of relationship that brings them happiness. That is what they want. They want to move off from that. They want to move off and get that. That's what they want. Here they're looking to get rid of all of that confusion with third parties and bringing down the tower on distrust. They want a queen that they can trust because they don't trust the queen that they're with. And here they have that sense of victory. They want to heal, that patience. They're waiting as an emperor would wait, and they know exactly what they want. And if they don't get what they want, they are not going to compromise. They are holding back. They are waiting for the right time, for the right words. And if they don't get them, 10 of Swords with these two here, the 8 and the 2, they're not going to move. They're going to stick to the higher ground. So they are poised. So we'll read the protection on that. You're not ready to move forward at this time. And that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are ready, really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. This is why they're holding back. They're not talking. Again, 4 and 2 is a 6 of Swords. They want the peace, so they're waiting for the right moment. And they are going to stand alone because they've earned it. You see, they're deliberating in their mind too about what took place and all that competition and thievery and manipulation and betrayal. They're thinking about all of that and they're mulling it over. They want to heal. This is why they are poised. You are seeing them as a soulmate. You are confused. You are hiding something, if it is the confusion in itself or secrets that you may know about them or about whomever they're interested in, depending on the situation, you know. Okay, I'm not going to start guessing here. But the fact is that you are deliberating whether you should come forward and give up those secrets. You are deliberating if you should move ahead and make changes and go forward and have that offer. You are deliberating whether you should even talk to them, because you're worried about what is going to come from this, because you are not ready to change. You're not feeling ready. You're feeling stuck right here. So soulmates, let's see how that reads out here. That is the 41. Another 5 when you break it down. It's very difficult, those 5s, huh? And you're thinking about it. If you're not arguing with them, you're arguing with yourself. Or if you're not arguing with other people about the relationship with them, you're thinking about it for yourself. So 41. It's 41. Soulmates, harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship, fostering personal growth. All right, we'll read the relationship because this is how you relate into them through this situation of stalemate here. Is it your pride? Is it your ego that is holding you back from going forward and talking to them? Let's see. The relationship. Consider love in the deepest sense. Love, so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate. Come to guide you home to the real you. So whatever it is that you're going through with this person, and if they're not speaking to you, if they're refusing to reach out to you, it is because they need to teach you how much love you have inside. And that is why you're deliberating and thinking, going around and around, because you are afraid to face that true love inside of you. Take the time you need, Cancer. You'll come through. You are very loving. You just need to allow yourself to see and feel that love. On that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, your shares. Until our next read, Cancer, love and light.